Maharaj, you have to unmute. Maharaj, you are muted.
Center, Manila, the Philippines. The videos of Zoom participants will be shared with the Google Meet and vice versa, and it will also be simultaneously live streamed via YouTube. The talk on the topic will start soon. Now the host will control the meeting. So it is over to Swami Udaranandaji and Mr. Nimal Ganguly in Manila. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Srimad Swami Baneshanandaji Maharaj Ji. Thank you for giving us time. What a beautiful occasion. Today is Ram Navami, and we are concluding this part of our lecture series, the one that we started in the wake of pandemic, and we had the privilege of having more than 2 lectures by Swami Baneshanandaji Maharaj, who is the head of the Vedanta Center, Berlin. We are really immensely grateful, and what can be a better way of having our 51st session of this series with Baneshananda ji as the main speaker. So, and good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Maharaji, for kindly joining, and good afternoon, all the participants, for sparing your Sunday. With these words, I would request our Attorney General, our very active member, to kindly say a few words about today's event, that is, and the topic, that is, what is Om in Hinduism, very, very important topic. And thereafter, our minister in charge and our spiritual advisor, Swami Udaranandaji, will speak a few words, and then Swami Baneshanandaji Maharaj will kindly start his lecture on the topic, what is Om in Hinduism. My name is Nirmal Ganguly. I am a devotee of the Ramakrishna Vedanta Society of Philippines. Over to Attorney Jana.
Thank you, Nirmal Babu. Magandang hapon po sa lahat na sumusubaybay dito sa ating talk series na hatid po ng the Ramakrishna Vedanta Society Philippines. We are very grateful that Swami Baneshananda Ji graced us presence for this topic of what is Om in Hinduism. Perhaps most of us are participating here, Filipinos alike, are not so much familiar with the symbol. It's much like the crucifix, perhaps, in the Christianity. But what it is really in Hinduism, it has very profound meaning for sure. And with that, Swamiji will be discussing about it. And now, without further ado, I now turn over to Swami Udaranandaji. Father, please.
Swami Udaranandaji Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Attorney Jana. Thank you, Mr. Kambuli. I, on the behalf of Ramakrishna Vedanta Society of the Philippines, welcome you all to today's sessions, which we are co-hosting with Vedanta Society, Vedanta Center, Berlin. And we are really very grateful to most revered Swami Baneshanandaji Maharaj for kindly agreeing to speak to us also. So it is jointly hosted by both the centers, and though they were having a retreat, already they were having a retreat, on our request, they agreed to include us also in their busy, already formulated schedule. So we are really very grateful to you, Maharaj. And as already told by Mr. Ganguly, today is also a very auspicious day, Ram Navami, which signifies the victory of good over evil, because Ram Navami is the culmination of Rama's puja. So we will be celebrating this after this session. And then I will now request Maharaj to please kindly take over. Without much ado, Maharaj, please everybody is very eager to hear about from you. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for kindly accepting our request. You have been an angel guardian protecting us, guiding us all through the session. We are very, very grateful to you for your kind, all through that, for whatever support that you have given us. We are very, very grateful to you, Maharaj. Thank you very much, Maharaj, once again for kindly accepting our request. Thank you, Maharaj. Over to you, Maharaj. Thank you.
ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ Friends, it is a privilege for me to speak to you on this special occasion. You are concluding this special series of speeches with this one, and also today is the Holy Ram Navami Day. Nice to meet you all during this wonderful occasion. Here in our retreat center, we are now 18 people participating in this retreat. So these many attendees are there, physically present here, participating in your program. And also this is simultaneously being live telecast or live streamed via Zoom, YouTube, and also Google Meet. So many people are there. I hope the computers and these things work well during this 1 hour time. And I am very much thankful to you all that you appreciate my participation, but it is always a joy to be with you, to be with the devotees and seekers of God. So that is a great benefit I derive from my participation with your programs. Thank you very much for providing me with that opportunity. So today's topic is, what is Om in Hinduism? This is a very familiar subject actually. Many of you are aware of many ideas about this sacred symbol in Hinduism. But today I would tax your patience and try to take you to a deeper understanding of all that you have learned so far. It takes you beyond your belief systems and challenges your belief with the help of your own personal experiences. Your own personal experiences. These things will count. Once again, I am sorry if I ask you for your undivided attention. If you do that, then and then only, at the end, you will know what self-realization is. Hold your breath and let us go step by step. Suppose I am meditating. Then you ask, who is meditating? My answer will be, I am meditating. You ask the same question again, who is meditating? I am meditating. 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 Repeat it several times, time and again. What do you get? Who is meditating? I. Who? I. Now, who am I? I am I. Isn't it so? You are you. I am I. Is there any duality in this? I am I means I am. Aham Brahma Asmi. I and Brahman are one. I and my existence are one and the same. There is no time difference. There is no space difference between me and my existence, between me and Atman, between me and Brahman. I cannot be there without my existence. then only I am. Okay? This I has been given a Sanskrit name, and that Sanskrit name is Om. But I am not Om. Wait, the scripture will say that you cannot contradict that this is your real name. Doubtful? Well, when your evolutionary biology says that you are a gene machine, why don't you object? When your great people say that you are a social animal, a political animal, etc., why don't you object? The Mandukya Upanishad says in mantra number 8, Om iti etat aksharam Brahma. Om is that immutable Brahman. Earlier, the Upanishad discussed the self-analysis or Atma Vichara, analysis of your own self. This mantra will take us into the analysis of Om, Om Vichara. If duality is true, then there is no end to our suffering. It will continue parallelly with our happiness. This is the logical conclusion. So you don't need to get over suffering because it would always be there. It is eternal, it is infinite, and infinite together with the infinity of our happiness. That is why one has to accept that non-duality should be the ultimate truth. This is true logically, scientifically, and practically also. Vedanta does not believe in things just like that. It investigates about the truth of things at first theoretically. Then it believes in it and starts to critically probe into the truth. This is how you do your researches when you are doing your PhD, postdoc, etc. It takes truth as something verifiable. How do you verify truth in non-dual Vedanta? Friends, I shall not start with my discussion with Om. Rather, I will conclude the discussion with it. Now, what did I propose? How do you verify truth in non-dual Vedanta, right? Now, please remember one thing in the beginning. Vedanta does not assume or postulate anything that is not your own experience. There is no belief system in this. So, Vedanta investigation starts with your own experiences. You are the data store for this investigation. You have to volunteer yourself as the object of your own investigation. Okay? Yes, okay. In our life, we discuss things, scrutinize things in the way as if we are trying to understand things standing apart from this whole process of investigation. Here you are part of this investigation as an object also. You are the investigator and you are the object of investigation and you are doing this investigation. And this you have a name. You are known to yourself and also to others as some name. Suppose I use this word Rama. Today is Ramanavami. So I use this word Rama. Vasishtha Ramayana, there you will see that Rama was given this non-dual knowledge. So it is a nice occasion to remember Rama in our talk this way. Rama is your name. You have offered yourself to be a volunteer. Please remember this. You are a volunteer here. The investigation is being conducted on you and you are part of this investigation. You are part, not standing aside. Right? Now it asks you, please remove your name from you because You are the volunteer and we will be investigating you. Means you will be investigating yourself. Remove your name from you. Can you do that? Yes, I can. How? I will take another name and change it in my passport. But we ask that you should remove your name, not change it. Remove forever. You should remove it altogether. You have to drop it. Can you do that? Now you are at a loss. Is it actually possible? Then you say, well, I will drop it when I die. It automatically goes. Similarly, you can drop your shape or form also. Yes. How? It is so easy because I changed my shape so many times in my life, and I will continue to change until my body meets its end, death. Then again the question comes, can you change your utility? My utility? What is that? Well, my dear Rama, you were born without your name. You are born without a name. That is the truth. But you had a shape which is no more there. Your utility, you were looked upon as a baby son or baby daughter, baby brother, baby nephew, and so on. Now at this age, suppose you are 68, you are no more a baby, and the baby you do not exist anymore. In between, you have changed so many shapes. You changed your utility. Now you are no more a baby. You may be a husband, a wife, a mother, a father, and whatnot. So your utility changed, and it has been changing continuously. Can you drop your utility altogether? Yes. When? At death. Ah, me. See, you have been saying death, death, death always. Name goes after death, shape goes after death, then your utility disappears after death. Clear? These are all silly suggestions. Vedanta asks, you have to drop your name, form, and utility not after death, not after death, here and now. You are not asked to wait. You are not asked to walk down 100 kilometers and drop it there. Drop it here and now. Drop it here and now. You should do it by your own effort. Why? Because you have enrolled yourself as a volunteer, Mr. Rama. Clear? Oh my God. Yes, I remember it. That I have on myself as a volunteer. And that is called your self-analysis. The spiritual practice in Vedanta is called self-analysis. You analyze yourself. Clear? Still you have no clue? Well, here is a lead. Let us use an example. The gold is transformed into a bangle, then into a ring, then into a chain. Clear? Now look at the example of gold and bangles, etc. from the other side. What is the other side? Let me ask. What is a bangle? It is a name, a form, and a utility. Now let me ask you to touch it. You touch the bangle. Now I ask, what are you touching? A bangle. What is a bangle? It is different from a necklace because it has its separate name, form, and utility. This is called Vastu Paricheda, object limitation. And then can you touch the name bangle? Name. No, you cannot touch the name separately. You have to touch it together with its form. Can you still separate the name as an independent entity? Can you take it out from the bangle? Now turn to yourself. You are not Rama when you are born. The name has been given afterwards. It has been given. And what is given can be removed, can be taken away. Your name was added to you, to your changeful shapes. so that you appear to be one and the same person. Many shapes had the same name. The shapes changed, utility changed, but you remain the same name. You appeared to be Rama. Appeared. Why can't you separate the name from the shape now? We cannot. And you see, this is the way we complicate matters. Now a further lead. What is the still other side of this argument? Look at the bangle from the side of gold. We looked at the bangle from the side of its name, shape, and utility. Now look at the bangle from the side of gold. This is the other side. Can you touch the bangle without the gold? Can you touch the name bangle without the gold? No. Can you touch the shape bangle without the gold? No. Can you touch the utility of the bangle without the gold? No. You are right. Very good. Now let us look at it from the other side. Now there comes the question of all questions, the ultimate question. Can you touch the gold without the name, without the form, and without the utility of the bangle? Can you touch the gold? Can you touch the gold only, without the name, form, and utility of the bangle or any ornament? Yes. How? The logic is the gold can remain without being a bangle or without being a ring or a chain, anything. But the names, forms, and utility cannot remain without the gold. So the gold can be there without the name, form, and utility. And the gold can be there without being bangle, chain, ring, bracelet, etc. Right? Do you understand this? Yes. No, not right. But dear volunteer Rama, it seems so easy to say, yes, it is right. No, it is not right. You have to get it, you have to get it right, but you have got it absolutely wrong. Why do you forget that you have agreed to be a volunteer? That is the trick here. You agreed to be a volunteer, Rama. You are a volunteer. You are being investigated upon by yourself. What do you understand by this? Now again, let us ask the same question, the question of all questions. Can you touch the gold without the name, form, and utility of the bangle? Yes. How? Because the gold can remain without being anything. It is pure gold. That seems to be right. But what was my question? Can you touch only the gold without the name, form, and utility? Now look at the question and understand it step by step, a step further, suppose. The suggestion is, suppose you have melted the bangle. What do you have now? Gold and gold only, right? Again, look at the question of questions. So when you melted the bangle, when you had gold and gold only, now the question is, can you touch this gold? It is no more a bangle. It is just gold. Can you touch this gold? You may be inclined to say yes, but I would say you cannot say yes. Because at this point of self-inquiry, the example of gold and bangles that has served its purpose and lost its validity. The example is no more valid. That was an example to drive our ideas to ourselves. The example of bangle and gold ended there before this. Do you get the point? We use the example to help you reach the target of that example. What is the target of that example? You, the volunteer Rama, you are the target example, the self. You are the volunteers, hence you are the gold of the example. You are being compared with gold in the illustration. You are the conscious principle, the Atman, the self. Please remember this. You can be there and are there without all your names, forms, and utility. You are not separate from you. Hence, you cannot touch yourself. The gold cannot touch the gold because it is only one bullion, gold. Who will touch whom? Kenakam pasyet, kenakam vijaniya, the Upanishad says. Who will see whom, who will know whom? Because I am I, so there are no two eyes. So who will touch whom? Gold cannot touch gold. There is no duality. Gold cannot touch itself because it is one and the single non-dual gold. Clear? This is a non-dual experience. There are no two names, no two shapes, and no two utilities of touching one another. Clear? Coming back to our discussion. Suppose I convert the self, that is you, the volunteer, back into gold again. One single gold appears as separate entities. Once it is a bangle, another time it is a chain, a ring, like that. The bangleness, the chainness, the ringness are made of gold in this world, are made of this world. And with their destruction, the bangleness goes, ringness goes, chainness goes. This separate existence is also destroyed. The name, shape, and the utility, these three things are given by this materialistic world. Can you touch the name? Can you touch the gold? These are the questions. You may touch the name together with the gold, but you can touch the gold without the name. Possible? No. The dual consciousness is gone. Separate consciousness is gone. When everything has become the self, only one consciousness, then what should one smell? What should one realize? Touch. How, by what means one would know the knower? That was the question in the Upanishad. Vijñātāramare kena vijāniyāt. The knower is always the knower, which includes the intrinsic or built-in knowing power. But it is known, but if it is known, then it is an object, not the subject. And that which is not the knower is an object of the knower. Because it is the ultimate knower in which all the subsidiary knowers lose their identity, their meaning, their utility. Clear? In this discussion, the Upanishad says that the knower knows himself or herself not as a separate entity, not standing aside and knowing one's own self. Not that the doctor, the surgeon is operating on himself or herself. Suppose a person A sees A and A touches A. It is not possible. A is A. Hence, there is no question of touching, seeing, etc. in the single infinite entity. You, my dear volunteer Rama, you are the Atman. And you experience it here and now. I am, that is an experience not barred by time, space, or causation. I am. Here and now. You are the volunteer who wanted to find yourself. You are that. You are that Atman. You are that existence. You do not wait until death, until you are attaining samadhi, etc. A name is always dependent on the shape and utility. When the form and utility are gone, the name also becomes immaterial. With this understanding, the Mandukya Upanishad proceeded to the topic That is called the analysis of Om. We have studied the analysis of Atman very extensively. I tried to make it short and easy, as easy as possible. The most of the logical, practical of the Upanishadic data analysis has been done now. Most of the analysis has been done both in the logical way and in the practical way. Because it is your own experience that is being analyzed. So it is very practical for you. There is no theoretical part in it. Most of the analysis have been done using the data from the Upanishad in respect of Atman. And those data are about your own experience also. The Upanishad is not supplying any data which is not your own experience. Because you are Atman. Your experiences are recorded in the Upanishad. Therefore, it is the most practical analysis, and you are the data store. Your data is being analyzed by you. I will try to summarize the analysis of Om